Welcome back. My name's Lorraine and you're at my channel, Shanebrick Cottage. Thank you so much for tuning in today and spending some time with me. I appreciate that. I have a traditional floss tube for you today. I have some finishes. Actually, I have 3 fully finished items. Update you on my whips, a little bit of haul, and a little announce the Pass the Stash from last video. So welcome so much. For my returning friends, thanks for coming back. And for anyone new, just popping in, hi, welcome, join us. We're gonna have a great time. If you haven't already, please like the video, take a minute to hit subscribe and click the notification bell. So let's start with the big news, the finishes. I have 3 fully finished items. One of them you may have already seen because I did a short little, I don't know what you would want to call it. It wasn't a tutorial and I really didn't talk much. It was just me recording the process of finishing Hive rules. So last time I did a floss tube. The little bee wings needed to be finished. I was super tight on the bottom, as you can see. And it doesn't say Hive rules at the top because my fabric wasn't large enough. But with all that said and done, I am tickled with how it turned out. I used, I couldn't even tell you, I'll put it in the show notes, the fabric, but I got 2 different types of fabric. I've got some, I know it's Lori Holt's vintage trim for my rickrack. This is 14 count Ada, like an oatmeal fiddler's cloth. And then all the called for DMCs from Primrose Cottage. I use Chantelle's bow maker to make my bows. Thank you so much, Chantelle, for the great bow maker. And my finishing board was just a board I got at the thrift store that was horizontal. And I just used some eye hooks, some picture wire frames so I can hang it. So this one will go in the category over 12 inches. That is where it's gonna go. So I think, you know, it's far from perfect, but I'm pretty proud of it and I'm happy to share it with I'm excited to share it with everyone at the fair. So there's the first finish. Now the other 2 just got done yesterday. So this, I know Abby doesn't watch my videos, but this is a gift for Abby. You may have remembered when I got the pattern, I said I was going to gift this to her, but I want to enter it in the fair first. The bow I'm a little unsure of, but I love the rolling pin finished, just as baked with love. And I have it whip stitched and it is lined with fabric. My original plan was, in my mind, I have these wooden buttons that say like handmade with love, and you can get them at Walmart. And I was going to overlap the fabric and do buttonholes and have all those buttons going across it to hold the fabric on. 1 for the decorativeness of the buttons, and 2, you could take this off and on if you really, you know, wanted to. I did my math wrong. I didn't have enough room to do my overlapping buttonholes, so I just hand stitched it, which is just fine. And then again, I used Chantelle's bow maker. I had this like Valentine's themed ribbon, and then I just did a couple stitches to tack it on here. Again, I'm not 100% sure on the bow, but the rolling pin needed something, so that's what we're going with. Again, I'm really happy about this, and after it has its moment at the fair, I'm going to gift this to Abby because she is the best baker in our family and probably many families. She's awesome at baking goodies. So there's that one. So that one's going to go in the medium category, 6 to 12 inches. And then for my baby finish, this one I struggled with a little bit. Circles are hard. So this is Oh, and I'll tell you, I'll put in the notes, I think it's New York something was a pattern writer for that rolling pin. This one is a Stitching with the Housewife pattern. It's backed with 2 different charm cut fabrics from Lori Holt's line, and then some glittery rickrack. The board is from Paisley's and Polka Dots, and I painted it myself per their instructions. I had this little wreath I glued on there because our church puts wreaths over the windows, so I thought that was cute. The finish is not perfect. I'm not going to sit here and point out all the flaws, but darn, circles are hard. And painting's hard, apparently. I was like feeling really like super happy with it, and then like I realized that it recommended that this brown frame should be trimmed out with the charcoal paint as well. And then of course, you know, I got it on the white, and then I got it on the brown, and anyway. So I did follow her color palette. The only difference I made to her color palette is, and it doesn't necessarily show up, I did put a coat of clear white glitter paint over it, and it does show in person. It gives a little glitter. Really easy to put together. I could have probably pushed down harder and got this setting in here a little better. But again, I said I wasn't going to point out all the flaws, but I'm just letting you know these are my flaws. This has nothing to do with the product itself. And, you know, it's just live and learn. So anyway, I'm happy with this one. I'll be excited to display this each year in the house at Christmas time. It's a really cute stitch from Stitching with the Housewives. I did use the circle sticky board with a piece of batting on it, but then the other circles I had to cut myself. And I used Chantelle's circle tool that gives you a nice drawn circle, but then it was up to me to cut it, of course, out of the sticky board with scissors, and that was really hard. So anyway, so there's that one. I'm really psyched. I hope you guys like them. I like them. So that was it for finishes. So let's get on to whips. I have been stitching like a crazy girl. I have, let me see, I wrote down, I have like 7 active whips, like things that I actually touched in the last couple of weeks since we last talked. So I want to share those with you. Some have more progress than others. For instance, this one only got 1 night of love on it since we last spoke. And this is Littlehouse, I'm picking up my mess here, Littlehouse Needleworks State Fair. Love this pattern, love the idea behind it. And here's my rendition of it. So last night I got the second banner done over here, and then I got the quilt. It's gonna be a quilt here, completely framed out, and now I'm starting on the leg of the second side of the frame holder. I need to come back and give my little guy some pants, but I was bored with him, so I was moving along over here. So I would guess I'm more than 50% done. I think I have left the quilt, a sheep, and a lady, and the guy's pants. So, oh, and the bottom board. I'm not halfway yet. Who am I kidding? Anyway, I'm going to leave that one out and keep on working on that one. So, look at me. I'm like all organized. I even have, like, I have a pile here. They're all out of their bags. I know what I have. Yay! Okay, this one got a ton of work. I was just rocking and rolling. So this is Dirty Annie's That Mom. Love it so very much. This is a 14 count Ada that I dyed myself. If you want the details, just let me know. I've mentioned them before. I am super close. I am on the bottom border now, and then I have to just add the baby chick that the mama chick is looking at. I did select my own colors. Here's my color palette. I made a slight change from a deviation from my first choice. I think I switched I was going to do the beak and the feet in Pumpkin Harvest, but I really went with Marmalade. Marmalade really popped. All classic color works. So pretty. Look at it again, just one more time. And I do believe that blue corn is like my most favorite blue. That was the blue I chose. There was nothing wrong with the colors that the artist chose. They were just all Weeks Dye Works, and I don't have a good stash of those. I have mostly classic color works. Okay, so this one, it got worked on, but it took a long time. It's a lot of fill-in. So this one is Sew All the Things by Flamingo Toes. Again, I did a change. My sewing machine is a hot pink. And I guess you can see my threads through it. But I did make progress. I know I have a picture of the before. I'll insert it here. And so you can see that I've made some good progress. And there's my colors that I chose myself. And speaking of blues, I like that corn blue, but I also like this DMC 3766. Very pretty. Okay, this whip here is Jardin Prive, Lady of the Spring. This is where I'm at. I'll insert a picture because it may not look like I made much progress, but I did, because her dress is like, let me get that up there. There you go. No joke. That is a lot of stitching on her dress. And then there's a little bit of confetti because there's gold dots in her dress. So really love this pattern. Again, a 14 count Aida that I dyed myself. We'll start, well, it was a start last time and I made a little progress. This is from Susan Aki's book, Summer Memories. Here is my flag. I think last time I just had some of the red of some of the stripes done. This is a really fun stitch as well. And here are my colors. I think I just, let's see what she called for. I did a whole conversion. She called for Orifloss. I don't have any of that, so I just did Classic Colorworks and DMC. Next whip. This one I did spend a couple nights on, and it shows. So this is Hands on Design, Knee High by the 4th of July. And July's just around the corner. And the grass around, or the grass, the corner around, the grass too. The corner around here is really taken off lately. And we've also, I'm sure they're bringing it in from the Jersey Shore. The grocery stores are full of delicious corn right now. And we are eating it several nights a week just because it's so fresh and so juicy and crunchy and all the things you love about summer corn. So we're really enjoying that. So here's mine. Anyway, here's mine. I'm just like rambling. I'll insert a picture of where I was at last time. But I'm pretty much just on fill-in. I think I'm going to do a little bit more fill-in, and then I might just jump down to the flag quilt hanging on the fence below to give myself some variety. That is the Midwest girl in me, all about the summertime corn for sure. If you're new, I am a Midwest girl, but I live in Pennsylvania. I live in Gettysburg, but I grew up in Illinois. Well, I was born in Iowa, grew up in Illinois, went to college in Kansas, and now I'm out here in Pennsylvania and been here a long time. But so anyway, that's why I kind of gravitate. I notice a lot of my stitching, I lean towards a lot of things that I consider Midwesterner, like country, farm, barns, gardens, you know, just that simple life. Now here is this one. Oh, I'm so excited to show you guys this one. So this is another Littlehouse Needleworks. This one is Suffrage Act. And look at this. The angels are singing. It is so pretty. She designed such a lovely pattern. I'll insert a picture of last time. I was still working on her dress, and I got that completed. I completed the title across the top, the vote, the blue star, the bunting. I believe the blue star is also, let me look, is that blue corn that I like? It is DMC's version of blue corn. It's 3768. This is before I had Classic Colorworks. So if you like that blue, there it is. You get in DMC 3768. Love this. Oops, I got thread everywhere. Okay, so I might have it organized out of the bags, but I'm still gonna have thread everywhere. Needles, not ironed. So those are my whips for the last couple of weeks. I've been just enjoying stitching so much. So the next portion of your viewing is, let me show you what I pulled for to start kitting up and maybe start, since I did fully finish 3 items and I'm getting pretty close on these. I feel like I want a couple new ones. So the new ones that I pulled, I've never stitched a Plum Street. Sorry about the glare. Henpecked. Again, Americana, and we've got these lovely hens. I purchased this from Carrie at Tiger Lily Design. She did like this online auction one time a few months ago, or maybe it's been longer than that now. Anyway, I got this pattern, and I also bought some Tilda fabric from her. So hey, Carrie, Tiger Lily. She's a hoot. She's a hoot. We're not friends, but if you're friends with her, let her know that I said hi, and I'm so grateful to have her pattern. And I'm going to pull this, some fabric and some floss, and get this as a start. Now this is a free pattern, and this is the best image I have of it. And I did double check tonight to see if there was a better image. So it's on a blog called the Snowflower Diaries. And the pattern's called Joyful World June. So if you type in either the Snowflower Diaries for the blog or Joyful World June free cross stitch pattern, it'll pop up either way. And this is what it is. So I'm hoping if I take an image of this and put it on the iPad in GoodNotes, I can blow it up a little bit and really see the detail. And I'll have to do some thread picking because she calls for gentle arts, and I don't have any of those. And it looks like there might be a couple DMCs as well. It's 99 wide by 73 high, so it's cute. I love it. I love the bear. And then this one I was inspired by, this is a freebie fabric, Helen D. This is a freebie from Helen D. So you could go to her Flosstube or Instagram and find it. And I was inspired by Nicole Spohr. And she this week did a video, or put up a video of I think it was a Lizzie Kate pattern. It was summer. It was really, really cute. But she really didn't have any way of displaying that she liked, so she made it into a cross stitch bag. And I thought this, and I'm sure I probably saw somebody probably already did this too on a cross stitch bag. So I was super inspired, and I was going through my patterns and see what I had that stitch up fast, and I could incorporate it into a project bag like Nicole did. And I think I'll even do like the little squares, the little charms she did. And so I will link that below, her video. It is super, I'm sure you've seen it, but if you haven't, go check it out. It is super adorable. Very, very cute. I love her color palette. Everything she does is just spot on. I mean, you know, spot on. So let me get a drink. So those are the things that I pulled. And I feel like this episode, it should be called, I wrote down in my notes, More Stitching, Less Shopping. And I kind of did do a lot of stitching because I did a lot of finishing. I'm busy with quilts as well. But we kind of know that's a joke. We know, like, I'm not going to stick to that whole, like, more stitching, less shopping, because I have an order coming from Fat Quarter Shop that is going to knock my socks off when it arrives. I'm so excited about it. I have some patterns in there. I have some floss. I think I got a zipper pull, and I ordered some quilting fabric. So a little bit of everything, and I'm like, oh, I cannot wait for it to arrive. But anyway, wouldn't that be a good thing, though? Maybe we could pledge I have personally pledged to my spouse, to my husband, and that I'm going to do more stitching and more sewing and less spending, less shopping over the next few months of the summertime, because of, you know, I just have all of this stuff going on, and it's coming in a little faster, just a lot faster than I can keep up with. So I need to, like, you know, like, do something with all of that up there, all the patterns over there. You know, I need to get busy. But speaking of shopping, let me show you my haul. It is just a teeny bit, this video. My favorite part of my haul has to be the thrift store. And let me show you what I got, what I scored. I already put a pattern in it. This is my Teresa Kogert Sacred. Let me pop this out so you can truly see the stand. It is a hoop stand. I used to be a hoop stitcher, and now I like stitching in hand. But I'm having, you know, to wrestle with, like, these bigger projects like this Sacred cross stitch. But look at this floor stand. Let me back up. So it's got these little feet. It's got the hoop. The hoop moves. Well, I've got it locked in place with a wing nut, but you can adjust it, adjust it. Are you even gonna guess what this was? How much? $6.99. $6.99. Like, it was like, it was a no-brainer. Even if it just becomes like a piece of household decor, I could not walk away for $6.99. Look at that. And it's loved. I mean, it's got scuff marks, and, you know, I gave it a little bath. Probably could use a little conditioning. It's a little dry. But wow. So that was my favorite score. And I know I'm thinking of my friend Inez. If you're watching, she lives locally here too. She's like, you always find the best stuff. Like, I don't know, girl, I found it. I was just like, I was thinking of you. Like, should I message you or something? Like, there's some cross stitch stuff here at the store. Oh, and then I want a couple other things, and then I have stuff from the store. So they had this little piece of fabric, a little piece of, like, tartan cross stitch fabric. And you could stitch something there, and you could either frame it or make it into a pillow. I think it'd make a really lovely pillow. Maybe on our bed, because our bedroom has a lot of blue in there. Something. So I got that. I don't know what count it is, but it looks like it's probably like a 14 count. It looks like my jam. So I got that. Let me get up for a second. I have one more big thing to show you. So I have a Save the Stitches. Didn't clean it up yet. I just parked it in here. Look at this. Graham made it. And Graham made it. Her first initial is E. Her last name was Hoffman. And she made this December of 1984, the back of it says. Again, another no-brainer. It was like $4. I'm hoping that I can find some wall space in my kitchen after I clean this up a little bit. It's just, you know, it's just probably been sitting somewhere. It's got like some dust on it. Clean it up, polish the glass, take the price tag off. Isn't that sweet? Just old-fashioned. Old-fashioned country kitchen is what it makes me think of. And I'm sorry that nobody in her life valued that stitching enough to keep it. But I am grateful they didn't throw it away, and they donated it, and I guarantee you it'll be a good home until the day I die. So then I have a couple of patterns I got. This one might be also going that I'm going to pull and start soon. So this is my first Lizzie Kate pattern. I love it so much. And it came with a little charm. It's all about bees. So there's that one. And then my club for In the Woods, Log Cabin Christmas. The little bear. I'm not sure. I don't think I'm going to stitch Christmas in July or Jolly July, but then I'll feel like I'm missing out. I'll have a little FOMO. So maybe I will start, or maybe pull an old whip or something. I'm just picturing like this winter and just sitting down and like starting these and just enjoying them like all winter long is how I'm picturing doing this club. So there's that one. Speaking of clubs, my Floss Fix from Fat Quarter Shop came. And always, it did not disappoint. So every month they release, how many skeins am I getting? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 skeins, 5 yards each, and they're going alphabetical. So this is Frozen Margarita. I don't know, that makes me think of Halloween. Like that would be like a good Frankenstein color or something. Garden Trellis is a light gray. German Chocolate. Trivia, that is my favorite cake in the whole world, and my mother used to always make it for me when I was a child. German chocolate cake. So there's the thread. This one's really pretty. Ginger Snap. It's like a yellowy tan. Gingerbread is more like a gold. And Glazed Carrots is like a dirty light orange. Another pretty color. So I'm excited to add those to my Classic Colorworks collection. I got this. So I like buying my floss bling from Sophia Violet on Etsy. I tried a new vendor this time only because I was specifically looking for a squirrel charm, and this lady had one, and I'll tell you her information. And I thought this would look perfect on, I shared with you last month, my birthday start for last year was Country Garden Samplings Squirrel. And I love squirrels and chipmunks, and my mom feeds the chipmunks and birds. So we have a lot of them in our yard because, you know, we're neighbors, so it's in the yard. Anyway, I got this. Let me tell you who it's from. The person was super sweet. It's from a Karen in Georgia, and her Etsy store is called Sweet Autumn Stitch. Let me hold that up. Sweet Autumn Stitch. And it is super high quality. And what was so kind, look, she threw in like a little zipper pull with my order. Just says a free gift for you. I thought that was nice. And the price on this was fair. It was just $12, which seems to be about the going price. Love this so very much. Anyway, I wanted to share that with you guys if you haven't checked out that Etsy seller and you like some bling. And then I know last time I also spoke about how if I stitch in hand, I've been liking a thinner needle. So this is what I like. I like these guys. The DMC 24, you can get them anywhere. I get them from Walmart because they're only like $1.30 for a pack. They are thin, so if you are a person who like has a death grip on your needle, you're probably going to bend it. But I don't usually have that issue. But I find stitching in hand, I can do the sewing method a little easier with this thinner needle. When I used the hoop, last year when I exclusively was a hoop stitcher, I liked a thicker chunky needle. So if you want to try these are like so affordable. I know some folks, you know, are very loyal to some of the other designer needles, and that's awesome. But I'm okay with these. And you don't know what you don't know. I've never tried any other thing, so I'm like happy with these, and like, why fall in love with a $10 needle or something? So I got that. And then the last little goodie I got, which was so enjoyable, I splurged and got a cross stitch magazine. I did use my Joann's 50% off coupon, so I didn't have to pay full price because that was just way too much money. But I believe this is a UK, yeah, printed in the UK. And their style of stitching that's popular, I don't think I can really show you anywhere, is a lot of back stitching. And so I'm not sure how I feel about that. That brings back some memories from the 80s. But there was two patterns that I really wanted to stitch when I was thumbing through it. This pattern here, Love, Laughter, and Happily Ever After. Isn't that just adorable? The things for celebrations, like quick little stitches for birthday. There's a lot of holiday stitches in here as well, just like little smalls. So I think the only thing we're down to now is Pass the Stash. I'm still waiting for the person from the video that was called If I Was Queen for the Day. There's the Pass the Stash winner hasn't contacted me yet. So if you want to go back and check that video, Queen for the Day, and shoot me an email if you're the winner. And then for this past month, or the last video, I shared a stack of things from a thrift store. And thrift was the keyword. And I'll put the name up here on the screen. But it was Pat Hansen. Pat, thank you for commenting. If you'll reach out to me, I will get this out to you in the mail. So to everyone else, thank you for playing along, and I appreciate it. It's been so nice being with you guys tonight. I hope you've enjoyed my video as well, because I certainly enjoy making them. So I will see you. My next video I will record next week will be all about quilting. I have another quilt that I quilted this past weekend. I need to be having a binding palooza party here. I have 3-4 quilts that need bound. What's the proper grammar? Bound. So I have that to share. My Box from Fat Quarter Shop should be here, so I'll have some haul to share, and just stuff like that. So if you like quilting, tune in next week, and I'll have a quilting video for you. Until then, see you next time. Bye.